All mothers are welcome. Yes. Mother's team, my team is. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So I welcome all of you for today's discussion on Varnasrama college. So we were discussing from the previous classes, the Prabhupada's quotes we have taken, and we discussed some extent, and also there are some more actual instructions are there. We'll cover those in this today's class. And also Sadhana Vriddhi Mataji, so is noting the points. I think she didn't come today. So let us see. So she may come after some time. She has taken nicely from the last two classes. Actually, these discussions should lead to fruitful result. So that's why what I'm observing, actually, you can also add the suggestions. We should give the practical guidelines actually to the every temple. There should be some practical guidelines means. So first of all, one thing is they should understand what is the need of Varnasrama Dharma for the aspirants of pure devotional service. And also they should understand what is pure devotional service, and aspirants of that, that means pure devotion, what is the need for them to have this Varnasrama Dharma. And also we should see that same thing, the four movements. So the four movements, how are designed by the Srila Prabhupada, are really worked actually, and something is pending in that. So in that way also we should establish, that means the need of the Varnasrama Dharma. And then after establishing this, then how to achieve this? For this, Varnasrama college is a solution actually. And to reach that, what is the step actually? The middle step, reaching step, intermediate step. Otherwise, directly we cannot start the Varnasrama college. So then what is the need? So because we need the teachers, so that's why Varnasrama research team is needed. So then Varnasrama research team has to should be there. And how to start that Varnasrama research team, and how that research team will be gathering every week, and they should conduct, that means various, that means discussions and they should plan. So to become a teachers, that means they should become expert in the certain areas according to their taste. Initially, they should be the volunteers. Actually, Varnashram system members should be the volunteers, and these volunteers will be taking up this some special area, specific area, and those will be, yeah, further. That means every weekend they meet and keep on so doing the research and adding and trying to explore the, that means the duties, otherwise the guidelines for the Varnashram research team has to be drafted out. So that means previously we used to do in the Bangalore when I was there. So I used to do Varnashram research. That means I was having the 5 members of team every weekend. I used to go. Example, so different at that time in 2009, there is a conference, worldwide conference for the Ayurveda. So we used to meet. I met this so many devotees along with my one more devotee came. We took the contacts and we try to explore. That means who is near to us, whom we should approach to learn these things, who are open, who are expert, and what is the literature, how to get the literature, and how to that means consulting them for the our benefit. That means our temple also should become, that means our devotees also should become expert in that. This is, see what is the difficulty. So 4 years ka graduation, what they are doing, any MBBS or doctor or what, it's a 4 years ka hard work, that's all. Just 4 years they did hard work and then they are saying doctor. So is it difficult thing for anyone to do this? Is it difficult? Tell me. 3 years graduation, 4 years graduation, and that too they are just ratta marte hain, was just memorizing and passing. And now you are thinking him as a god. Actually, he's a doctor and is so expert. What is this? It's nothing actually. If devotees, if they want to become expert any area, they can become expert. Is it impossible? Is it difficult? It's not at all a difficult thing actually. So that's why the research team, so they has to develop their what they have to do. They have to develop the contacts actually with the outside world. That means like in the different areas like Jyotisha. So it is also not a big subject. Jyotisha, Vakaran is a little bit tough actually. It takes some time. But otherwise, this Ayurveda and other Vastu or some Jyotisha basics and this kind of things. And also Ardhashastra. Now we started actually, even in any college also, they don't teach like us. The way we are teaching the line by line. You can find in internet, no lecture is there actually. And we are nicely teaching and understanding, and we can easily implement also, because devotees, in the case of devotees, many things are added things, because for them this material knowledge is nothing, because they already, their mind is purified, their heart is purified. So if they want to do this service, it's easily accessible. Otherwise, students, they are struggling because their senses are not controlled. So if they sit for the half an hour, 4 hours, they cannot even study for the 10 minutes properly. But devotees, just 1 hour is a really efficient hour for them. So this is there actually in the devotees case. So what I want to say, Varnashrama research team has to develop the contacts with the external world and try to acquire the knowledge, like the seed banking, like the agriculture, like so many areas are there. So this team has to, so we have to provide guidelines for them, first of all. And also we should streamline their activities properly. And their output should be stored at one place. And then after that, next step is, so practically having the land and starting the Varnasrama college. And like this, we have to provide one proper book on this. This is my first actually task actually. This is the task I'm envisioning now. So this has to happen. So what do you say for this actually? All of you, can you give a comment? And so it's not a class, it's a discussion. You are all now one team. Now we are all team actually. It's not that I'm teacher and you are all students and keep on hearing. So that is over actually. Yes, Mataji. Why, Mataji? Why you are laughing actually? Tell and laugh, then it will also laugh.
No, Prabhuji, I just did thumbs up, but that thumbs up is coming in a different way, so I was laughing. I said it's very nice.
So, mother, so what is your opinion? And also, Prabhu is also there. Any comments on this? At least comments, please, on that light.
It's very inspiring, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm ready.
So anything actually, how this, that means pure devotion we should define, how much we should define, and also need of the Varnasrama Dharma. Then after that, we can add the some things like what can be the contents actually for this book, how it should flow actually. Can you give us some? Who are the writers? Are the, any writers are here actually? Book. Anyone wrote the book? Anyone wrote? Yeah, Mataji. Mataji wrote the book. Actually, she knows. Tell me, Mataji. Champriya Mataji.
Yes, sir. Pranam Prabhu.
Pranam Mataji.
Yes. Uh, for any book to be written, like I wrote the book, first we should be very clear that what should be the subject of the book. Like when I wrote the book, I was very clear that what I want to give in that book, what I want to write in that book, it should be very clear now in mind. And from the basics we should start. Like if we are writing a book on Varnashram, so we should give it to the public as if they don't know anything, because we are giving the basics. So we should start from the first thing, that what is Varnashram, and very clearly we should mention it with very simple words, so that because any layman also can see it and can understand the subject matter, not only devotees but also for the lay person, that we are giving the subject, like what is Varnashram, what is the need, what is the difference between pure devotional service and Varnashram, and what is the need today in the society of Varnashram among devotees, and what are the rumors in among the devotees. Like this we can proceed.
Okay, very nice. So if I need some help, I will ask this some areas, maybe some points. Actually, many things are in the pipeline. Actually, we are, so even that's Bhagavatam book also is still pending, and Bhakti Prakara course is going on actually. That book, Radhika Kasturi Mataji, she is doing actually that. And she came up almost all 12 lectures are there. So compiling it on. So anyway, that's a different thing. But so those kind of supplements are needed actually, because someone wants to go really more detail into the pure devotion. And if they want more inquiries, then they should have some more actually material where they can refer that. So that finally they should be focused towards the pending step, whatever is there. So towards that we should drive the people, because now ILS is coming actually. This ILS meeting is coming in 2000, sorry, this 23 this year February. We are having on 12 to 16 actually. Many leaders from all over world will come. So by that time, if I make ready this, it will be very nice actually. So if some help is needed, some editing or something, so I may ask some help to all of you, because you all know better English and better things than me. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue our discussion. Varnashrama College we are discussing, and we are bringing out the points, and those are all also properly drafted by the Mataji, Sadhana Vriddhi Mataji. So maybe she will hear and she will do that. So that's no problem. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, I just want one favor, that if the notes be given in the group, so we can also have jotted down and have some idea.
Yeah, definitely, Mataji. We'll share that. So in the last class, we discussed till so boarding school is the recommendation. We went through that. Boarding school is the Prabhupada is suggesting is the best one. That means in the Varnasrama college, what should happen? So it's for meant for the Prabhujis or Matajis. That is also question will come. Then Prabhupada is saying it's meant for the men actually, and also women also they should have separately, but not the co-education. So it is not good for the, because that will be definitely there is a problems will come. We have seen also many times. So next, where we till which I think. Yes, Mataji. Hemagopika Mataji, please.
A new chapter has to be, I mean, reformation has to be done, and a new chapter will come in North America. I mean, there he
Yeah,
has
new chapter. This is the thing we discussed.
Yes, true.
I think this is. But I am seeing this one actually in my last video. I went through this is Varnasrama school or college. So this is the last window I was showing actually. This was the last window. One second. Prabhupada should be trained. 1 second, Mataji. Sorry.
Prabhuji, you were saying there is no need of studying modern history. What is the use of modern history? Then in Anvikshiki, you just gave the 6 philosophies that will be discussed. That was the last
Yes,
one.
Mataji. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. So this is the thing actually. Mm, no, no, this is not. Mm,
It's March 14th, 1974, Prabhuji.
March 14, 1974. Huh?
Yeah.
This is. This Kshatriyas to learn how to kill this I covered.
No, Prabhuji.
I think
Yes,
Here-
Prabhuji. Sleep 6
Yes.
hours. That one we
Yes.
covered. That.
this one we did actually. Yeah, 6 hours says. Yeah, then from here we'll continue. So Prabhupada. Otherwise, they are little animals with 4 hands, 2 legs, 2 hands. So hand animals. That's all. Yes, rejected them. Vedic civilization rejected them. Mlechas and Yavanas. But they can be reformed. The process is the same. Not that because they are rejected, they cannot reclaim. They can be reclaimed also. Just like you are being done. Although you are coming from Mlechas and Yavanas, by training you are becoming more than a Brahmana. So there is no bar for them. Unfortunately, these rascals don't agree to accept. As soon as you say no more illicit sex, oh, they become angry. As soon as I say there is no meat eating, they become angry. So, Murkopadesho hi, this is also over, I think. Murkopadeshopi na shamyati, because I am taking the different batches now, so I'm completely confused actually. So the rascals, fools, if you give them good lessons, education, they will be angry. So prakopayati na shamyati, payah panam bhujanganam. The snake, if you give him nice milk and banana, the result will be he will increase his poison. Payah panam bhujanganam kevalam vishavardhanam. But Krishna's grace, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace, they are now trained up. Now you are trained up and revise the whole edition of the Western civilization, especially America. Then new chapter will come in. This is the program. Therefore, Varnasrama school required. This is over, na Mataji? Hem Gopika Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji, it is done. Yes.
Yeah. So then, so no, Prabhupada, no, there is, so Hridayananda is asking, so Prabhupada, in this Varnashrama college, is it true that there will be no need, for example, for teaching material history and mathematics? This is also over, I think. So we have to, then Prabhupada is saying, no, there is no need. History. We simply read Mahabharata. History of the great men, Pandavas, how they were fighting for the good cause, how they were resigning. So that history, not this rascal history. If you study that history millions of years, what is that history and what you will learn from that history? You learn history of the real great men, how they worked, so how they ruled. So that is you study history of Maharaj Yudhishthir. This also we discussed actually, because Mahabharata is especially is useful to understand the material dharma. So we have two dharmas, Bhagavad dharma and material dharma. So that is known as Varnashram dharma. Varnashram dharma is completely for the conditioned souls, not for the liberated souls. Either who completely that means able to renounce the fruits of the karma. In the left side, if you see in our diagram, so who got the detachment for the uh, results of the karma, so they can leave the karma sannyasa. That means they can leave the karma. And also in the same side, whoever is getting the full surrenders to the Lord, for them also there is no need of Varnashrama dharma. Varnashrama dharma only for them. So who are not able to, either Shraddha is not there or otherwise detachment is not there. Any one is there, then they can leave the karma. So, but to set example, they may follow the Varnashrama dharma. So that's why Srimad Bhagavad is purely teaching about how to get the Shraddha in the Bhakti and surrender to the Lord. So it is teaching how to surrender to the Lord through the real examples actually. So which are discussed in the Bhagavatam. But the Mahabharata is explaining about various sciences actually, material sciences. So what is the Kshatriyas, how they rule the country, Brahmanas, how they conduct their different activities and different sciences and different dharmas. It's a vast book actually. It is discussing, and especially it is very much useful to organize the society on material level, nicely to organize the society, and so that people will be in a peaceful situation. Of course, so even so there is without bhakti, simply organizing things on based upon the dharma explained in the Mahabharata is also not going to work. We are not guaranteeing that just materially nicely, if you keep the things in order according to the scriptures, then will they become, that means peaceful? No, it is just a helping tool, that's all. But without bhakti, anything is zero. Maybe million zeros are there. Without bhakti, that means one is not there, then the value of all zeros is zero only. So that's why without bhakti, that means without the center of the pure devotional service, any society is just is like a is just equal. Even the present day society also the new society, whatever we design, that is also Vedic society is also useless only. So that's why the point is the bhakti should be centered, Krishna consciousness should be the center, and other dharmas also should be so dealt based upon the Mahabharata. So that's why in the recent in our discussions, in the Raj Shastra discussions, in the Artha Shastra, we were discussing that, and very practical guidelines we are getting from that. Chanakya is summarizing the so many points from the Mahabharata, Ramayana, and other Artha Shastras, previous Artha Shastras, Manusmriti commentaries, so many things he is. So Smriti Shastras, so all these things he studied, and he gave the practical steps for the different, that means for the Kshatriyas. The full book is there actually for us. So for the management, for the Vedic management and leadership, so full book, full material is ready actually. So there is no difficulty in that actually. Okay. But only thing is now that devotees are asking, for example, I am saying in our discussions we got actually some in that class. So students are asking, can we see these examples now? For example, uh, for example, Chanakya is saying how to deal the, that means amatyas, how to select them, or otherwise how to engage the spies. That means spies are there. That means how to engage and how to check whether whether they are doing rightly or wrong. So how to, that means opposite enemy paksha is there. That means opponent paksha. So how to control them through the spies observing their activities, and so whoever is against the king. So then how to control them, and this kind of things are very much discussed. So that means using the Sama, Beda, sorry, Sama, Dana, Beda, and Danda. So Sama, Dana, Beda, Danda. So these kind of things, how to use. So these might be discussed in the Bhagavatam, and also so many stories. He gave the summary of the all the scriptures, but practically how they were implemented and what are the case studies, and those things we can see from the Mahabharata. For example, in the Bhagavatam, Vasudeva is that means Kamsa, when he was feeling the, that means fear because of hearing the Akashvani. So he's thinking that the son of the, so Devaki is going to kill him. That is a statement he heard. The eighth, so Garbha is going to kill him. So then immediately he so want to kill her. So then how the Vasudeva is applying the Sama, Dana, Beda, Danda Upayas. So these are the examples are there. It's not that these principles are not used. So completely is out of use. It's not like that. Even in the case of devotees also, when they are not in the, that means in the samadhi, if you completely renounce everything, and nirapekshas, that means when you are nirapeksha, that means left over every karma, then it's a point different. Is that point is different. But when you are the so parinishtaha, that means doing the karma to set example, or otherwise swanishtaha, doing the karma for own sake. In their case, then we have to know how to handle the situations. It's not that in our life only all the time we are dealing with the devotees only. We might be dealing these non-devotees also. And that's why we should know the dharma, and also dealing the things, how to manage the things. So that skills are there. So case studies has to be done. So whatever the things are then we formed a research team. So then what they are going to do the research from the different scriptures. For each and every point, they are going to do research in Mahabharata and Ramayana and so on. So like this, every field, whatever we need, in every field, we need to have so some expert teams also. Every temple is doing the research with the research team, and also some solid research teams we need. So one central place also, there is a need of one research institute actually. Varnasrama Research Institute also is needed. So that is going to guide the research of every research team in every temple. So that is also very much needed. So Mahabharata is the one of the important book. Prabhupada is suggesting that this book has to be taught to the children to learn the how to handle the handle their own dharma. So how to understand as a wife, as a husband, so how they should behave. So who will teach this? So this kind of training is not there. If you hear the stories in the Mahabharata, how the Draupadi is assisting, or otherwise how the Kunti Maharani, and how the other, so many roles are coming in that. So how they are in the every situation, also multiple varieties of situations we are seeing. So this will be feeding actually. This will be helping the training the all the boys from the childhood. So to learn the basic, that means basics. As a father, how to care the children. Who will teach? Who are teaching? Where it is there, that book? That is not there. No? So that's why Ramayana and Mahabharatam. So these are the very, very important books, which are, and also Manusmriti. So these are all, because our children are learning the maths, physics, chemistry, and so on, so other subjects. Instead of that, so if they learn, so these things, so then what will happen? Their character will be built. Their character will be built. And so in that society also, this kind of training is needed. So we need, so that's why our energy, some energy of our devotees, so has to be streamlined towards this work, towards this actually, this research. Okay, so many things are there like this. So that's why Varnasrama college, we are understanding that means history means for that what subject has to be taught. So Mahabharatam and also Ramayana we can take, and also Akyayika. If you refer the Chanakya, he is telling the Akyayika means the stories of the successful people in the history. Maybe we can take that also as a secondary subject. And also he is suggesting Panchatantra. Panchatantra also we can teach the students. They will get the upaya, that means how to difficult situation, how to handle that. So they will be getting the knowledge from that. And so like this, different books for the history are possible. Yes, Mataji. Sampriya Mataji.
So I think Chanakya Niti should also be taught to children so that they can know what is the how to be a how to be a good human being in the society, a civilized person.
Yes. Chanakya Niti also Prabhupada refers so many times. So basics, it develops the basic sense in the students. So basic sense they will get. So next, in the morning walk, March 14, 1974. So the same thing, same morning walk only is continued. Study the history of Maharaj Parikshit. That is required. Not that simply chronological record, all nonsense, and big books and making research. Why should you waste your time in that way? So Hridayananda, Jai, yes, and so Prabhupada. History must be for great person. This is history. So that's the guideline actually. So we should study the history means from he should be a great person. That means what a great person means? He should be a devotee. Example is Pandavas. He's telling na. So who, that means they fought for the kingdom and also they renounced. That is the thing we are learning. So such a great people story only one should study, not just so studying in our history books. We study this king, that king, after that he came, after that he came. That is simply no use. So Hridayananda, so in our Varnasrama college, the students that come to our college, they follow the four principles. They follow Prabhupada. Four principles essential, but only the Sudras are Kshatriyas, just like Kshatriyas. They have to learn how to kill. So practically, they should go to the forest and kill some animals. And if he likes, he can eat also. If he likes, he can eat also. So that's why Varnashrama basic qualification is what? Four regulative principles are must actually. So without, that means the three movements, first three movements, Sankirtan, temple entry, and initiation, that should have passed actually. So otherwise it's very difficult. At least so chanting and 16 rounds and four regulative principles. Maybe Diksha, at least they may not commit it now, but at least that come to the eligibility of that it is a details actually, it can be discussed. So but the qualification is what? They should be following the four regulative principles. not for the just opening the doors for the anyone and creating the nonsense. No. So we are not going to teach. So like that actually. Everyone is open. It is open for everyone. So, but the point is they should be following this, fulfilling this criteria. So that is the eligibility. And it is anyway meat eating. Now we don't find, I think, Kshatriyas like that who is going to fight with the animals and eat it. So we should not experiment that eating meat. Yeah, Archana Bhakti Mataji.
So Prabhuji, if they're following 4 regulative principles, I think that even pious people may just accept it. But chanting japa, I don't know if how many people will commit to that. So that is not a requirement to join the Varnashram college.
That should be there actually. Initially, it should be there, Mataji. Otherwise, so 4 regulative principles following: no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. Without following the bhakti, how it is going to achieve actually?
Many
So,
people are there, Prabhuji, who follow these 4 principles, but they're not devotees in the society. There are many people, pious, families. They don't do these 4 things, but they're not necessarily.
but they will take very cheaply then. So Varnashram college is not meant for the it is for the devotees actually. That means for the achieving the bhakti. So
Yeah.
simply if that is not there, then that's obvious understanding. Japa, they should accept the chanting process. So if we open like that, then so maybe I don't know actually. Now we are not in that position to directly, but initially we should keep the at least for our devotees, because until unless if we don't get the proper command on that, so it's very difficult to maintain also, because non-devotees who are just pious people means we are risking the thing actually. Devotees and also follow, that means 4 regulative principles plus they are chanting, their devotees, and they are willing to do the if you see his letter, he is coming with the step by step. That means first Sankirtan, temple entry and initiation, then after that he is coming for the classless society. It should be a classless society. So if they are not Vaishnavas, they don't want to accept the Vaishnavism, then how to make classless society?
How Srila Prabhupada is saying that if they like, they can eat also. They should go and kill. They should be trained to kill, and then they can eat also. So that
Actually,
will go against.
Yeah, Mataji, he is seeing in an even bigger picture actually. He wants whether they are devotees or not, and whole society should be organized.
Yeah, that's
And
why I was asking. Yeah.
His picture is very big. We cannot envision know that. That is very dangerous for us. We cannot. Dangerous means I don't think it is initial stage. If we start this, so opening the doors for everyone, how much it is successful. That means after training them, so then what will happen actually? But actually he is seeing his instruction wise, it is open for everyone. Even many times he said, whole society should be organized. So practically what I am just understanding, so we have to go with the first existing devotees, and maybe we can engage. So like other activities, like now in our temples also construction, anyone is coming and doing the construction. At least we should keep this Brahmanas and Kshatriyas. This kind of training should be, Brahmanas means they should be having the cleanliness. So such a training should be given. So for the very qualified people, and also Kshatriya. So they should be also having the sense control. Kshatriya means Chanakya is clearly saying, Indriya Jayaha, first and foremost thing king is, so he should be conquering his own senses. Then after that, ministers, then after that, so first prime minister and Purohit, and then ministers, then after spies, then after that controlling own country, then after that controlling getting the grip on other country. So that much it will go. So that's why for this two varnas, we should keep heavy standards, chanting 16 rounds and so on. So for the training the Sudras and Vaishyas, we should open that for the any others. We have to see, that's the practical details. That has to be, because Brahmanas means very important, na? So they should be how without in this Kali Yuga, how it is possible. That means maintaining that kind, getting the qualities. So devotees can easily. So Prabhupada also says this chanting process will bring the, and also Shastra is saying all the good qualities. So that's why we can expect the really whatever the qualities set to the Brahmana in the Bhagavad Gita. So in the case of, mostly in the case of devotees only. So that's why we should keep. So the important head part of the society, Brahmana and Kshatriya, for the heavy condition should be there. For the Vaishya and Shudra, there should be some relaxation. Maybe. This is my understanding. Maybe you can give comment actually.
I'm still trying to understand, picture the whole thing, Prabhuji. And also now from what you say, it looks like, so our main, audience target is the devotees. And then we are just trying to organize the devotee community according to Varnashram so that they don't have to depend on the outside world for their sustenance, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
So now the point is, but that's not going to happen right now, because now we are still in the preparation stage, right? It's not like we just, that's not going to happen immediately. We are preparing now, creating. My question is, Prabhuji, how much percentage of, because as you said, we don't want someone to just go off totally into just Varnashram and forget about bhakti also. So
Yes.
what percentage of time should be catered to pure devotional service, like direct devotional service, and what percentage of time towards this for a devotee without risking his bhakti?
So you tell me now, the many people are working corporates and here and there. So what time they are giving? That is there now also, na? Same problem. So
Yeah,
Prabhupada said that
but now they're not dropping that off, right? Let's say 8
huh?
hours they're giving there. You're not able to hear. I said that now already, let's say 8 hours they're giving outside in the corporate world. So we are not stopping them from that. They have to do that 8 hours, and whatever
Acha, acha.
remaining time that they're doing bhakti now,
No,
from
no,
that
no.
take some more time for Varnashram. That's what I'm saying.
No. Bhakti, whatever minimum standard 16 rounds attending basic programs like in house, whatever they are doing. So that should be going on. They should cut down their work life, not the devotional practice. Some hours of 1 or 2 hours of their working time they should break down actually, because this is for the occupation purpose, na learning. So this we are learning for this we are getting for the occupation. So this is the one thing we should understand. So that's why they should not compromise the sadhana. They should compromise their work.
So for example, now Prabhuji, here in our group, mostly, well, now there are some Prabhujis also. When in the beginning of this class today, they were mostly Prabhujis. And maybe all of them are just, they are not doing that corporate work anymore. Most of their time they're dedicating to basic household work and the rest of the time to devotional activities. So what would you recommend for them? Like cut down on what? Mataji
At
wants
least
to say something.
at
Hema
least
Gopal.
1 hour they should give.
Yeah,
If
okay,
you
at
ask
least
like that,
1 hour.
1 hour
Yeah,
at least they should give.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So and also actually, Mataji, so we are going to introduce this for the youth. So now
Yeah.
if we train in that Varnasrama college, youth, and let them get married, so girls and boys, and they will be in the community. Like in Bhakti Raga Maharaj in Indonesia, there are more than how many families, Prabhu? No? 40 families are 40 boys and girls, that means total 80 members. So some he that means he preached in boys college, and also some Mata is preaching in the girls college, and both they got married, and now 40 families they are staying actually.
So like there's a farm there.
Now the grandchildren. Yeah, it happened in 90s actually, 1995, 96. So now their grandchildren also getting initiated actually.
So like there's a community, farm community like that.
Yeah, good communities there actually in Indonesia. Gita Nagari Baru.
So they don't work outside.
Actually, some people they are going, but most of the people they have agriculture and they do the cropping and they get the most of things. They have own temple. Schools, so they are teachers in the school, and also they have nicely the village also is there. Total village only devotees.
So nice.
300 acres village actually, and all the devotees only, they have temple also. Everyone is supporting temple, and tax collection also they do.
Wow.
Yeah,
So they
it's
have a
really.
king there.
Huh?
They have
President
like
also is devotee.
Kshatriyas.
Yeah, yeah. President
Acha.
also is there actually.
A village head also is there.
Village head also is devotee. And recently, Maharaj took some devotees from India to show them example actually. But that there the problem is, so Indonesians, they are not so much into the Brahminical and Kshatriya. So they are good Vaishyas, and so that means the working class. So that's why they are most into that. But Indians actually have this kind of ability. So who can, so but that means many things are there, many things lacking in that society also still, like health and also education. There is need of Sanskrit teaching to the boys. That's a very thoroughly, it is not established, but they are producing their grains and eating, and they are supporting the temple, and also they are living like that. So some extent it is done, but not even Hungary. So Hungary project, so that Budapest college, so rector, and his name is what, Gaur Sundar. Gaur Sundar Prabhu. Actually, he's a rector for that. He's a student in Arthashastra. He's asking also Mara. That's Sivaram Swami Maharaj, that he's asking me to help to develop the curriculum for the Kshatriyas, because that area is not explored leadership. So that's why in existing farm communities you can see Vaishya and so Sudra work is happening, but the Brahminical and Kshatriya, so that is not fully taken up. That means it's not fired up. Anyway, so my point is, if we design this college, Varnasrama college, new people can get the from the beginning itself. So the training, if they get the occupational training, proper occupational training, along with the goal is set for them. So like now their goal is Krishna consciousness, and also they are trained in some occupation. So then what will happen? Then easily we can beginning only they will be so into this community. Only thing is, initially it is a difficult, some difficult period is initial period. Once it is picked up, now it will become manifesting very quickly. So that sacrifice, we should do some sacrifice actually. Someone should do some sacrifice. Otherwise, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, devotees, they tried and also good results came. It's not that all the projects are completely failure. No. So some, like the Hungary project also is successful, Krishna Valley, and also this Gita Nagari Baru. So it is also successful, but it is quite hidden actually, because in Indonesia, the government is not favorable to the Krishna consciousness now. So that's why they kept everything in hiding position. But he took actually more than 40 devotees. This 1 month they are there. So who is sitting in front of me? That devotee also went. He's only saying this all devotees, all the information actually. So that's why we are trying to formulate
Hare
some
Krishna,
basic
Prabhu.
guidelines for the Varnasrama college. Yes, Madhaji. Anyone? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu.
Indranuj Das.
Yes, Prabhu. Please
Prabhuji,
go.
this can work. Yes, this can work nicely in a like a farm community.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Yeah.
And especially the major thing is that how to have the money inflow in the society.
Yes.
So the Vaishyas group can work very nicely, and they can coordinate with people outside.
Yes.
And the Kshatriyas and Brahmanas can work inside the community. Like the
Yeah.
Brahmanas, if they are 300 families, Brahmanas can earn their livelihood or whatever for their family by going and doing all Brahmanical work in the family, just some scars and everything.
Yeah.
So they can they can have a subsistence. And the
Yes. Yes.
Kshatriyas, they can they are like supporting or they are taking all the defense activities for that whole community, and they can get the whatever 1/6 of the
Yeah.
Vaishya community, this thing. So that is practical. That can work, but
Yeah.
it can only work inside a community, a devotee community. how we can apply it outside. When this grows up, then other peoples may join, and if a role model is created, then many role models, if they are created, then it can become a big movement. So
Prabhu, actually, yeah, I have some ideas on this. One
yeah,
thing is we are trying to have envisioning the Varnasrama college. So for that Varnasrama research teams, we are thinking, and also to have the land. So who will purchase the land? So
yeah,
the devotees only has to purchase the land,
right.
because yeah, ultimately congregation, whoever wants to say, they may purchase 2 acres, 3 acres, 1 acre. So according to their capacity, altogether they take, and according to their, so in that portion something they will leave for the common activities, for the
Yes.
temple and for other purposes. But the now point is who will shift. And one thing, 1 second, Prabhu. So here the point is, you should go like this. Maybe some 10 people are there, 10 families are there. If they want to shift 10 people, if they go immediately, then it will be problem. So in the two families should go to the farm and they start doing the activities, and remaining, that means eight families has to support them. And in the next 2 years another two families should shift. So four will be shifting and six are working outside. And after that,
Okay.
so that means whatever the results are coming on the farm, that means they'll be sharing with these people also. Because we should not at a time everything left now. So job and sitting there and oh no work. So another, that is also problem. That means not able to manage everyone. That will be a difficulty actually. So that's why
Yeah.
there is a unity is needed. If everyone, that means with open heartedly, with full heartedness, if they come forward, so supporting two families, eight families supporting two families is not a difficult thing. So then they will organize the first land and how to, so have that land properly fertile and using the labor, so they can make it fertile, and also started having some constructions and something. So then after that, next two families are shifting and also cultivating the more land and bringing up the more things. So like this, year by year, so keep on adding. So if this kind of approach also if we take, so then gradually there is a smooth transition will happen. Abrupt transition, if it is there, then it's a problem.
Yeah. So
But
even I was planning yeah, I was
yeah,
also thinking on these lines itself, just like there are many people who are colonizers. Now,
yeah,
if some devotee colonizer is there, then he can colonize a community, and the other devotees can be like they can be initiated in the sense that to buy the land out there, to buy their houses out there. But then that colony has that the 100-acre or maybe 50-acre land has to be very well designed, because in that land we even need some places for cultivation and all the things what we feel it's required for a Varnashram system. And then simultaneously, Varnashram college also has to be developed, because
yeah,
until unless we don't train the devotees, we don't like change their mind for such a
yeah.
kind of life, it is not possible that many will join.
Yes, yes. So that's why Varnashrama college also, it should be hand in hand, it should go on.
Yeah, hand in
Developing of
hand.
the community and Varnashrama college should go in hand. So then gradually it is a collective effort. If all the temples come forward and if they invest to some small teams, and things will become very easy. So that's why now it's a time to work in united way. Otherwise, unity is the strength actually. If you don't have any unity and just fighting, then even the material world also will not be happy, and we cannot go back to the Godhead also. Both. So let us see. Actually, we should not, because Prabhupada is saying so many instructions, and it should happen. It will happen, and definitely Krishna will give sufficient intelligence for us and to organize the devotees, and also many things can happen also by the a drastical shift he can bring in the prakriti also, in the nature. All of a sudden big crisis and some problem, and so everything one second all the hopes on the modern things will be finished, and it can also happen. So that's why anytime any situation, If Krishna also is also with us, we should not forget that. And let us see, actually. We are now trying to come up with the what is a Varnasrama college. Let us have the Varnasrama college and envision that, and at least devotees they can do this now. They can change their occupations now. Only thing is farm means food and production of food, Vaishyas. That we can even one thing also we can do. We can preach the nearby villages, and those people also can be accepted as a so members of our society, and they can cultivating. And who are the intelligents, we can train them as Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, and like that also we can do. Many possibilities are there. So let's first focus is giving for us to focus on Varnashrama college. So envision that, we will envision for that now. So then for that, what is needed, we'll discuss. Then gradually we'll do this also. We'll contemplate on that and try to bring the solutions, various possible solutions.
So one more thing, Prabhu, in the same line, I want to talk that it's very, very important that if we are engaging people in Varnashram college or trying to tell them you join Varnashram, even the devotee community, everybody wants to think, what will we do after Varnashram? So simultaneously, we have to develop a system that after Varnashram, you will be engaged in this thing or that thing. Then only we can have a kind of shift in the people's mind that, okay, you don't go for becoming an engineer or a doctor, you join Varnashram college and you will have a good engagement after that, a proper systematic engagement.
Yes, bro. So like various arts and craft also they can learn, like pottery and weaving, and these are all the for the so who are not having the so much intelligence and so many arts. So arts also are there, and which like Ayurveda, which is also giving the livelihood, like the Jyotisha, and also we have to explore actually Varnashrama college also. Initially, what kind of courses we should focus, and then how to. So everyone is having the land. One important thing is in India also, many temples are having the land actually now. So everyone is purchasing land, but there are no properly devotees. And also some extent someone are interested also to join in the farm. But only thing is, if like example, many places in India, many temples are holding the 20 acres, 30 acres land like that. So now, like if you, and also they are ready to join also in that. If for that people also, you can start this some Varnashrama college. And we are also doing here, Bhakti Raghu Maharaj started the Varnashrama College Foundation. It's different from the, now presently it is different from the ISKCON. We are trying to have the affiliation also with the ISKCON. So Maharaj is trying. So let us see. So we will try to, first of all, the possible uh, uh, faculties. What faculties we should bring out now? Like example, Hungary project. They are looking for the Kshatriya training. They already, he is saying that self-sustenance already there. And many things they, for last many years, they worked and they brought out so many solutions. So those can be also can be shared with others. So that's why we have to work. Someone has to work coordinating with all these people, whatever is there, and seeing that, and also whatever is needed, giving that, and whoever is having the things and sharing with that to others. So that kind of coordination also needed to happen. So nothing is like now is just it's clear and it is only the path, but we are exploring the things, and that's why we are doing the discussion with all of you. We are trying to discuss. Yeah.
Prabhupada used to say, service itself is learning.
Yes.
So when we serve, then we learn side by side. And
Yes.
I feel we should bring out a curriculum as fast as possible. Maybe a basic curriculum, then it can be developed more and more.
Yes, probably. Curriculum, we need after some days, I will ask, maybe you have to contribute in one area. Everyone has to contribute in one area. So at least some research. Maybe like example, Sadhana Vriddhi Mataji, she's going to take the course on Ashtanga Hridayam actually. She is a dentist. She's a doctor previously. And also, Mataji, can you speak about your thing?
I'm MD medicine, Prabhuji.
She has done medicine. We have two doctors. Vijayanti Mataji also doctor. you know. So, and Mataji, actually, I asked her, Mataji, so Ashtanga Hridayam is a very, is like a summarized book from all the ancient medicinal books like Sursha Samhita, Saraka Samhita, all those things are summarized, and he wrote this book, and very easy and simple and very good to understand. So that she is going to make a course on that. So for devotees, how to preserve their health nicely based upon the Rutu and based upon the Dinacharya and Ritucharya. So what to eat, how to understand the constants of the body, as kapha body, pitta body, how to see that, and what food we should take, in what season, what food we should take. So these kind of things are given, and some diseases if we get, then how to treat that. So that kind of, you should nicely should take care of the body. So that consciousness should be there in the devotees. So then if you take care health nicely, so half work is done already. And food and health is okay, then major thing is achieved. So that's why we are seeing this some skills in all of you. And also just why we did this survey, we got this 70 responses almost all now. 70 people, they responded for that. So they were mentioning their expertise area. So now we are going to give that means research work on the similar to that. Like now modern science, they know modern medicine. So let them ask them to do the research on this Ayurveda, and give this some small introductory courses, and encouraging the people, you can learn it and you study, because it's a 4 years work now. What is this? So 4 years only they learn. In the life, 4 years is nothing. What, we cannot start 4 years and can't we learn now? What do you say, Mataji? Sadhana Vritti Mataji. Can't we learn
The
within 4 years?
The process of learning continues, Prabhuji. So everybody should be enthusiastic to learn things.
Yeah. We can also learn that. So Ayurveda, that means BMS college only we should go and learn, but we can learn from many ways actually. We may not become such an expert, but at least we can learn. So like this, we try to explore the areas. Let us see, let us encourage. And if you have some course you are ready to do, then I will facilitate through IDVM. So we'll design the brochures and we'll circulate it, and we can register the people actually for you, and you can teach them. So like Ayurveda Mataji is going to do. Like that, if you also want to do, anyone wants to do any course, traditional courses. So like Arthashastra I started. Like someone wants to do on the Mahabharata. So how Stri Dharma from the Mahabharata. If someone wants to do course, so you do proper research, and so that people start thinking, oh, acha, this kind of courses and this kind of lifestyle, this is the important, and this we should understand. For children, someone wants to develop some courses for the children, so you can do that. So like this, I can encourage all of you to do research in one area and become expert in that.
Prabhuji,
Yeah.
my dream is to have elder care. Get all these people, provide care, and I'll be full blast in that. And let's make them live their last part of their life happily and die.
Yeah, that is Vanaprasthas. The Vanaprastha ashram also is very important. And that is also my dream actually. So I told to my father, whatever property is going to give that I sold it out. I want to make ashram in either in Mayapur or Vrindavan actually. And
Vrindavan
that is
Prabhu,
my personal project, Mataji.
Let's do it. I mean,
Yeah. Yes, that is my personal project. For the old people, I want to have this kind of complete. That means they may do some little service. That means they can, because old people are also very important in the society, and their guidance, they can become the teachers, or otherwise they can do some. So for the deity work, some designing work, this and that. So maybe some few hours, 1 or 2 or 3 hours, they can do service. And also, why you are earning that? Adokshas Das, you can mute yourself. So, like that, Vanaprasthas also, especially they should stay in the Dham. It's good for them because always they will be in the devotion and doing this, always having association. For them, association is very important. So now it's end of the end of their life. There should be good association and good service engagement, and focusing on the more and more on the direct devotional service. And also someone may help in the developing that means such a curriculum for the young children actually. This is it's my personal project actually. I want to do personally this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this last end palliative care, I already am doing it for my patients. Like
Mataji?
those the terminally ill patients, like Dr. Vajanti Mataji is saying, the Vanprast, so that they pass away peacefully. I'm already doing this for my patients.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
And
Mataji.
teach
so
us, Mataji, train us. I want to do that till I drop dead.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Mataji, you include me also in your this project.
I'm with Prabhuji. I want to join
So
his project.
Prabhuji is there. We'll do it together for him. Whatever support you
Yeah,
want, I will
she's my mother,
give it.
Vijayanti Mataji. Yeah. Yes, Mataji, we'll plan it. Actually, in the plan it means it should be very devotionally. Sadhu Sangha should be nicely they are
Very
getting.
strong.
That is the foremost thing. Vanaprastha life means, so now they should become serious in the devotion. So that is, they should be facilitated actually. So why they are going to the forest? So to focus on the mainly the devotional part, which is the sadhana. Sadhana part is the very important for them. And diseases will be there. Maybe we can treat these diseases in a minimum level because we cannot stop the mrityu, that means death. So whatever basics treatment can be given, we cannot go for the lakhs of rupees spending and doing the surgeries, and that may not possible. So but basic relief and health will be there, and so basic facilities will be there, but their focus will be so practicing devotion and sadhana. So such a atmosphere actually we should build actually. In the dham, it will be very nice. It should be in the dham because the living there itself is a devotion. Yes, Mataji. Sampriya Mataji.
As you said about the young children, I'm very
Yeah.
much interested in organizing, doing some courses for young children, especially like teaching them Bhagavatam, Ramayana, and Mahabharata in their style means, whatever moral values we can impart to them and also the spiritual ones. So it will be a very helpful course.
So you want to do that?
Yes, I actually already planning to start a Bhagavatam classes for children. So, so definitely I would like to do it for children.
Yeah. Because so I will check actually. Check means I should get convinced. That means how the material is there with you and what you are going to refer. At least sample I like to hear. Then because any course, so we are not. That means we will be properly seeing the quality of the classes, and we can allow like that only. So that kind of will be restriction. That means screening will be there. Screening process will be there. So this is mandatory for every course because so authenticity and quality is very important. If you don't take care, things may very fastly develop, but after that everything will collapse. So that
Yeah, actually, I have a couple of books because I was using it for my children. So I have a couple of books for teaching Bhagavatam. I can definitely refer you at what I want to use. Yeah.
Yes, Madhuri, we'll definitely discuss that.
Yes.
So next, so Prabhupada,
Gaurya
yes.
Mataji, may I look at your face? You're like Lord's voice.
Okay. So yes, but not from the slaughterhouses. Those who are kshatriyas, they are allowed sometimes to eat. Okay, eat meat. It is understood Bhima. Bhima also eating sometimes meat. Bhima. So amongst the Pandavas, only Bhima, not others. So if the Kshatriyas, they want to eat meat, they can be allowed on in particular occasions. But they must go to the forest and kill the animal. Not that for meat eating, regular slaughterhouses should be maintained. This is all nonsense, degradation. If you want to eat meat, go to the forest. And the Sudras, they also sometimes eat meat, are the Chandalas. Okay, we'll go to the next thing. Morning walk on Varnasrama college. So same thing is going. So Satswarupa. So Srila Prabhupada, is this school for women also or just for men? So who will be the students? Then particular Prabhupada, for men, women should automatically learn how to cook, how to cleanse home. Very Matajis. Many are my students are Matajis now. What should I do? Any comments here?
Cooking is a privilege, Prabhu. It nourishes the whole family.
Yes, yes. Actually, see, Matajis actually, whatever the caste is there for their parents, father, that will come to her naturally. And whenever she marries the husband, that caste will be coming to her. It's not that the Matajis doesn't know anything. So you have to see, even in the Vedic mantras also, Karyeshu Mantri actually. So Bhojyeshu Mata, that means they are like a Mantri, that means they are giving the suggestions to their husband, maybe they whatever Varna. So they will be having the sufficient knowledge. So like a girl from the Brahminical family, she'll be learning all this, how to, sometimes they learn Yajna also, very special cases, those, but otherwise they has to be having the basic, that means household activities, and also the particular, so Shastras also they learn, belong to their family, like Kshatriya girl. She should know in the difficult situation, so how to protect the own son and how to protect the situation actually, how to act. So that kind of knowledge will be given to her also. So that's why Matajis, they learn from the other Matajis naturally from they may not so expert like Prabhujis, they'll be having the basic understanding. Like example, Draupadi. So if you see in the discussions in the Mahabharata, everywhere she is having the good arguments. How she is having that knowledge actually? Tell me then. She is also, they are also given education. It's not that they only cooking. No. So they should be given so properly education. They are half of the society actually. So that how it is given, they may not have the gurukuls like that presently gold in ancient days how it were, but they will be learning those from the expert Matajis. Automatically they are getting that association from the childhood. So they are learning from there. So one Kshatriya Mataji will teach to one girl Kshatriya. That means she will teach basic things. So like that, one Brahmanika, that means Brahmanical girl, she will be learning the basics. So maybe she's not reciting all the mantras, but majority of the things, majority of understanding they will also get. And after the husband, when she go for after marriage, then husband also discuss and teach and so much things. Whatever he learned in the Gurukul, he will tell to her also actually. So that is obviously they will be so helping in the many ways. So that's why now the situation is corrupted so much. We don't have such a, so fathers are culture is not there. So maybe that's why even my Guru Maharaj also, so Bhakti Rao Maharaj, so he is saying that, so there should be Varnasrama college for men, there is definitely, and there should be college for women also. Only for women, and women should be teachers and women should be taught. It should be like that. And they will be learning the basic things. Whatever the needed things are needed, what are the needed for them, we have to see arts, different arts, and also some management also if required, then what kind of management is required for them. And also in the Brahminical, as a Brahminical wife, so what she should learn. So that many things also we should taught to them. So, and also Kshatriya Vaishya. So as a Vaishya wife, so then what she has to learn. So those things also should be taught. So that's why there should be from some research from the Idihasa, that means from Mahabharata. So how the woman is playing the role in the different stories, if you study, then you will understand. Now, if you keep the goal and if you study Mahabharata, then you will understand the things nicely. Without goal, just if you keep on studying, then you may not understood properly. But if you keep the goal of designing a society and understanding the subtleties, so with that understanding, if you study with the research mood, if you understand, if you study, then you'll get a lot of things. So we need, that's why ultimately, so proper research and draft out the things. Okay, but it is for men. So women should automatically learn how to cook, how to cleanse the home. So they don't attend Varnasrama college? No. Varnasrama college especially meant for Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishyas. Those who are not fit for education, they are Sudras. That's all. Are those who are reluctant to take the education? So Sudras means that's all. They should assess the higher class. Okay. So that's why women also should be having the Varnashrama college. So with the differently. But we should understand that studying the Vedas, Dvijatvam and Vedic literature. So that is meant for the Dvijatvam is meant for the only men. So that's by marrying that Dvija, she is also becoming the Dvija. That's a simple thing. They don't need to any specific process. Yes, marriage process, when they go for the Vivaha Samskara, automatically they are getting that Varna. That is the system actually. Then she is becoming Kshatrani. She will become the Brahmani, like that. Being a Brahmana's wife, she'll become Brahmani now. But marriage is compulsory for every that means girls. So Hridayananda, would the Brahmana learn Sanskrit? Prabhupada, not necessarily. Hridayananda, not necessarily. Just more philosophy. Prabhupada, just like I am translating all the books. Similarly, any book of knowledge can be translated into different languages. Not that one has to learn Sanskrit. Why? So, Hridayananda, not necessary. So, in the Varnashrama college, so there would be two divisions, Varna and Ashrama. So, here now, what that means point is, Sanskrit is needed or not? Actually, if that book is translated into English language or other languages, then there is no need. But if literature is completely lying down, like example, Chanakya Arthashastra, any devotee translated? No. Jyotish Shastras, nobody translated. Ayurveda, nobody translated. So that's why to create the initial, Prabhupada's intention is, he is not against the Sanskrit, or otherwise also he is not promoting Sanskrit. He is only, the utility is the principle. If already someone learned Sanskrit and he translated, then what is the need to learn once again? Only it is a language. Then focus on subject matter. So, but if there is a need for the learning, then they should learn. That's the point. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu, in this regard, I just want to comment that we have so many quotes. I've read so many quotes of Prabhupada only that he emphasizes, especially in Gurukula, that the Gurukula children should be taught. There are two languages, especially English and Sanskrit. So Prabhupada sometimes often emphasizes regarding, especially for the Gurukula children.
Gurukula children, it must actually. But it is Varnashrama college who are already grown up and now going for the Sanskrit learning and hours spending. What is the need actually? So that is the point Prabhupada is saying. So they should focus on their, that means respective fields. So that is the point. But now if people want to develop the curriculum for the children, then you should have some basics. You are going to do research work. So then you learn something, like example, now we have the team, small of team. So to teach the Sanskrit for the Gurukula boys. So if you don't know Sanskrit, then how you will teach? So in that case, then there is a need. But Prabhupada is saying in general sense, if books are translated into English, then what is the need of learning everyone Sanskrit? That is the point actually.
Yes, Prabhu. But so definitely we can have courses, simple courses for children to teach Sanskrit. So that can be included.
Yeah. So if devotee they teach, it will be nice now. So that's the devotees also they should learn. Yes. That is the point actually. We have the team Mataji actually. Some 5-6 devotees team is there. They are learning the Sanskrit and also basics of the darshanas. So it will be useful for to train the children. That is a goal actually. Basic, that means especially girls. So because the Matajis are there, so they will teach. So if they learn Sanskrit, what is wrong? Actually, that's a learning period. So if they learn Sanskrit, and then they can help to evolve the society more nicely. So that is the only the intention actually. But for the boys, so for the Brahmanas and Kshatriyas, so Sanskrit learning is very much important. It depends upon the Varna also. If someone is Brahmana, then he has to learn Sanskrit must actually. For the Kshatriya and Vaishya boys, so whoever is going to in that area, they want to excel. So then they may have a little understanding, but the Vedas also little understanding, but Sanskrit may not be emphasized so much. That's the point actually. Yes, Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Prabhuji, you were saying about Mahabharat. From Mahabharat, we can learn so many dharmas. My question is there any English version of Mahabharat which you consider to be authentic and sufficient? Or for that also someone needs to learn Sanskrit and then read directly from Mahabharat?
Actually, Ganguly's version is good. Someone is saying, I heard like that. But Mahabharata is a very, very plain. It's a plain thing, means it's not like Srimad Bhagavatam, so it needs a lot of commentary. But Mahabharata doesn't need actually. It's a very, very plain stories and slokas also very easy. So that's why it is very less chance to manipulate the things there. Very less chance actually. But anyway, devotees, if they translate, then it will be having definitely a good impact. So, but if some devotee learns Sanskrit, understood Bhagavatam nicely, which is the essence of all the scriptures, with that eyes, if we see the Mahabharata and if he gives the commentary on that, are they writing the purports on the chapters, then it will be very nice, definitely.
We have no in ISKCON, Purna Pragya Prabhu's Mahabharat is there.
Anyone in ISKCON, anyone translate you are asking?
Yeah, we have, I know. I have a few Mahabharats by ISKCON devotees. We have Krishna Dharma Prabhu's. That's not elaborate, like all the stories, he didn't include the stories inside. So for our purpose, that may not be so useful. But also Purna Pragya Prabhu has given. So I'm asking, do you recommend any particular version of Mahabharata in English that is already existing in ISKCON? Or do you feel that we need to directly take
Actually,
Sanskrit?
elaborate sloka translation, though nobody has done, I think.
No, yeah, maybe not.
Concise only, they made this something summarized thing they might have done. So stories they brought out maybe, or some materials they made. So, but commentary also is there, some authentic commentary. What is that name? You remember on Mahabharata commentary? I forgot name, but I can remember and tell. But in ISKCON, I don't think nobody has done. But if you go for the Gita Press Hindi translation,
Okay.
I referred to some extent actually. Translation is up to mark only. It's not at all going the. But some places you'll see, because Sakhandananda Swami, I think he translated that. So he's a Advaita philosopher. So wherever the word Brahman and something comes, so you can see that kind of contamination will be there actually. But I didn't go through completely. Now that's my next task is. So now for Kshatriyas, we are referring the like section wise. Like now we have the doing research for the Kshatriyas. The Shanti Parva is dealing that in that Shatra Dharma. So, but whole Mahabharata, we don't have time actually. Maybe that's why now we need more and more researchers who understood Bhagavatam nicely, and also who can describe the other subjects in that light. We need. Now everyone is asking, it is there, then why don't you do that?
I mean, I don't think I have the qualification. I mean, I would be happy to do, but I don't think I
You
have the
can do, Mataji, no problem. But one thing, whoever is taking that mantra, they should worship. This is Bakka. Mataji, this is 100% correct. Nobody can deny this. Grahasthas? This is compulsory actually. This is everyone has same opinion. Not worshipping is not good.
Okay, so Prabhu will think about it.
Huh?
So we will think about worshipping.
Yes. Okay, then we'll go to the next. They should assist the higher class. So then would the Brahmanas learn Sanskrit? Okay, this is done. So first of all, oh, it's 8:20. Oh, we didn't do much today, actually. Let me finish till here, this green. Just 2 minutes. What we'll finish this. So just like, okay, not necessary. So in this Varnasrama college, there would be 2 divisions, Varna and Ashrama, learning immaterial. Yeah. Prabhupada says, first of all, Varna and Ashrama. Then, when the Varna is perfectly in order, then Ashrama. Ashrama is specifically meant for spiritual advancement, and Varna is general division. It must be there in human society, or they are on the animals. If Varna is not there, then this is a society of animals. And when the Varna is working perfectly, then we give them Ashrama. So, Varnashrama. That is later on. See, Prabhupada is maybe after 200 years we can do this. His picture is very big actually. He is seeing whole society first divide based upon the Varnas and then give the Ashrama. That means spiritual thing. So, but before that, to set example, we need to do with the devotees now. So, if we do initially only with the whole society, if you take, I don't know how much we can become successful. But this is clearly, but Prabhupada's vision is for the entire society. This Varnashrama college for entire society. But we should understand that how much is practical actually. We should go with the practical steps. We should draw out and finally we should reach whatever he said. That should be the goal. But dividing the society is his desire actually. That is his desire. That's a Varnasrama society. Anyone follow 4 regulatory principles? For them, he wants to give the training. Well, but practically, you should see that. Are we able to manage them? If you invite everyone, that we have to see. But ideally speaking, from the Prabhupada's teachings, Varnasrama college is meant for anyone who follow the 4 regulatory principles. But practical implementation, we have to figure it out. And also he said in other places, so initially devotees has to set an example, then others also will come and join. So that's why we have to understand like this. Yes, first of all, the whole society must be divided into 4 varnas. Otherwise, there will be chaotic condition. That is what is the position now. What is he? So he has to do. One doesn't know. And there are so many unemployment. But if you organize the society into varnas, there will be no question of unemployment. So Varnasrama college is going to create the employment for the people. Yes. That is also possible sometimes. So if you are able to create the employment and you are asking them to chant the holy name. So in that way also, doors also open in that way also. So then they will be chanting and they are following the restricted life, whatever you give. Like you see, whoever is becoming devotees, how they are becoming. So they are coming in contact with the devotees and becoming the devotees. Similarly, so you may open the doors for everyone, but at least follow the 4 regulatory principles. And by being in association of the devotees, they can also become the devotees. So by making the compulsory of something, that means chanting of the 4 rounds and like that. So we have to see the practically how it can be done. Okay, thank you very much. I took extra time so much I forgot time in discussion. But okay, actually, how do you think actually this is okay, fruitful, this kind of discussions, or simply wasting of time?
No, Prabhuji, it is useful.
Yeah. Everyone feel like that? Or otherwise
Yes.
I can go with the
we are getting a clear idea on what is the Varnasrama dharma and what are its principles exactly. I mean, we are not these details. And regarding the
Yes.
Varnasrama system that you are explaining, it gives us a clarity on what it is first.
Yes.
How will we go and preach to others, even if we have the knowledge, even to explain to others? It's very much needed, Prabhu.
Yes. Yes, Mother Shampriya Mother.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm finding this Varnashram classes very useful. I'm also clearing my doubts, so many doubts regarding Varnashrams. It's very useful classes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Okay, then, because if it is not useful, then we'll change the pattern and style of thing, and we can maybe so discussion also needed actually. Otherwise, I'm also, it's not the cooked thing, na. So we have to understand. So that's why your thoughts are also valuable. Your ideas also very valuable. And we all should understand more clearly what Prabhupada wanted and try to so bring up this at least guidelines we should prepare for Varnashrama college. And then so gradually, so we'll try to implement also. That's the point. Okay, thank you very much for your time, for giving the time. So we'll be meeting to, that means next Sunday. Thank you very much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, निताय गौर।